The fuck was that? MB, that's a fool there. Hit me. That's what I do.
You better tell him stand down, or that's another man down. We ain't come to fuck around, nigga. Stand down, or that's another man down. Nigga better know that I got a big stick in this bitch. I'ma run through you. Stand down, or that's another man down. Stand down, or that's another man down. We ain't come to fuck around, nigga. All of that shit these niggas poppin', them dropping. That shit just market and target a certain audience. Keep it cause we not following. Don't be the reason we in poverty. I'm speaking honestly, that's not where you want them. I won't let that block come cone on me longer, that's my persona. And it didn't take the corona. And in case you niggas ain't noticed, that faking shit be so bogus. Don't be basic taking that motive, cause basically they control. They've been patiently waiting on. We've been cut just like baking soda. So come on, cause this break is over. They never can break a soldier. They tried to break us with code, but composure make us the code. They done noticed we never fold. If I own it, then I'ma tote it. Just know that we don't condone it, but we own it. You better tell them stand down, or that's another man down. We ain't come to fuck around, nigga. Stand down, or that's another man down. Nigga better know that I got a big stick in this bitch. I'ma run through you. Stand down, or that's another man down. Stand down, or that's another man down. We ain't come to fuck around, nigga. I deliver the messages, but these niggas be second guessing. They clueless and living reckless. The reason they call us pests, so just check the records on places that niggas we gotta check in. That shit don't even make sense. These places we should be led in. That setting, take that to that end. On that end, they don't be sweating. All that goofy shit they don't get. All that stupid shit's what we digging. Now tell me where that shit fit in. Some silly shit you gon' sit in. It's always just competition. Y'all just sour and always bitchin'. Common sense it don't tend to kick in. Why that's something we never mention. We focus on all the wicked instead of trying to get rich. Now these niggas turn into bitches, but they swear they tough and they vicious. That goofy shit I just don't pay attention. You better tell them stand down, or that's another man down. We ain't come to fuck around, nigga. Stand down, or that's another man down. Nigga better know that I got a big stick in this bitch. I'ma run through you. Stand down, or that's another man down. Stand down, or that's another man down. We ain't come to fuck around, nigga.
This is Body to be global, baby.
You better tell him stand down, cause it's another man down. What's happening, man? What's good, my good people? I'm in the building, man. I'm in the motherfucking building. What's happening? See my people done fell in the building. My guy Crucial K in this motherfucker, you feel me? Spiritual Rising say, stand down. What's happening, Cat Eyes? How you doing? How you doing? My goddamn folk. Miss T in the motherfucking building. What's up, Miss T? What's up, baby? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Dookie Badass in the motherfucking building. Man, salute to Dookie Badass, man. My brother be supporting, man. I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate you, homie. Real shit, man. You support on Bank. You come over here on my page, man. That's what you call a real supporter, man. Salute to you, my brother. Yeah, man. I just want to go live, man. Man. Still Boss out right now. Album of the goddamn year. If you haven't heard it, then you don't understand why I keep saying it's the album of the year. 10 toes, baby. 10 toes. I stand on that shit, man. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody who have heard this project, if you don't like it, hey, I can't do shit about that. I love this motherfucker. You feel me? You might say, well, Boss, that show shit. I got some projects I don't really too much care for because I feel like I could have did better. But this one, I signed my name on the dotted line. Like, nigga, what? Let's do it. Yeah. Salute to y'all, man. For anybody who done copped the album out, I got a lot of people who purchased it, support the nigga, man. That's love. I appreciate it because, you know, it's hard to sell a project when it's free everywhere else. You feel what I'm saying? So salute to those who have supported me in that sense. You feel me? Cold Pepsi in the building. What's happening? What's happening? M.A. in the building. That's another one. Just like Dookie Badass. Be over there at Bank. Come over here and slide through and fuck with me too. Miss T do it as well. Don't let me take that away from you. Miss T. Miss T, hey, that's my that's like a sister to me who I never wanted. Because Miss T get on my goddamn nerves, but I love her to death. Nobody else can't fuck with her. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, man. I got a little show tonight, man. You know, we'll have a discussion on this video that I done saved in my phone for God knows how long. But I just been taking back or taking some time and reflecting on, you know, what I've done. You know, that's why I've been, you know, really not been on here listening to the project, just going through some lives, and just sitting back and just like, damn, man, you did a lot of shit, my nigga. So that's what I've been doing, but I'm back. I'm going to be back on my other page, Community Crime Channel. I'm finna start going hard on that page as well, putting up videos, you know, stories that need to be pushed to the forefront for our people, for anybody really, man, for anybody. You feel what I'm talking about? But yeah, man. Before we got there and go into the show, let me drop this link for anybody who want to come up here chat with me, want to talk about the topic, because I know Miss T gonna talk her shit. I know Miss T gonna talk her shit, and I expect it. I don't expect nothing less. So let's go ahead and hit this jam real quick, and we're gonna get right into it. This is a music page, people. You don't like music? I don't know why the fuck you here then. You feel me? But let's get to one of the jams on the project that's really doing numbers. Really doing numbers. This right here is called Things Are Not the Same, man. Don't go nowhere. I got a good show on the way.
We stand alone, nigga.
Things are not the same like they used to be. 'Cause everything done changed, and it'll never be the same. No. Things are not the same like they used to be. 'Cause everything done changed, and it'll never be the same. no. If I could go back to the day where these niggas had pride, wasn't living no lie, wasn't no question, who was that guy? It wasn't the doubt in the back of your mind. Now you be looking for signs. Now niggas be taking their time. You looking, they facing they line. You looking for truth and you wasting your time. If you wasting your time, then you wasting your grind. Never let a fake nigga ride on your side, cause all that they want is a piece of your pie. Tell me what happened to speaking your mind, cause niggas get mad and they reach for their reason why niggas be dying. Shit will get deep outside. I don't wanna reach that line, I just wanna keep my time. You can peep my mind, pimp, I'm just trying to provide. That's all that I'm trying, cause mama, she looked in my eyes. She said, whatever we got, we divine. Nowadays niggas, they take it in high. They gives a fuck about picking a side. Now tell me I'm lying, nigga, just look in my eyes. He tryna book him a ride, back to the day where the niggas just vibe. Cause nowadays these niggas don't even try. Things are not the same like they used to be, cause everything done changed, and it'll never be the same, no, no. Things are not the same like they used to be, cause everything done changed, and it'll never be the same, no, no. See, y'all niggas think we be hating, and that's not the case, we just trying to replace all of the shit that they put in your face. If we don't do it now, it'll be too late. Better change your ways. Talk to him. What else you want me to say? Know that the Reaper not coming to play. Go get you some pussy and stay out the way. Let me just teach you the game. All of that gangster shit just lame. Now how in the fuck can a nigga complain? And why the fuck you wanna jump in the game when the ops carry big sticks that go bang? Now we know that the bullet don't carry no name. Just know that you cannot just bury the pain, and we just gonna watch you get carried away. Okay. If the OG real, he'll teach you, but you gotta put your ear to the speaker. It be your own homeboys that'll leave you, but you wanna put dope in the beaker. And what's that gonna do for your people? And they get mad when they think that I'm preaching. When I'm trying to reach, no, I will not leave you. Things are not the same like they used to be, cause everything done changed, and it'll never be the same, no, no. Things are not the same like they used to be, cause everything done changed, and it'll never be the same, no, no. Sometimes I wish I can go back to the old days, man. Cause life just ain't the same no more. I'm tired of too much capping out here, man. Hey, y'all niggas tighten up. Let's go. Yeah, man, things are definitely not the same, man. Nowhere near the same. I put a post up on Facebook yesterday. I probably ruffled some feathers, but you know me, I don't give a shit. If I'm speaking the truth, I'm speaking the truth. That's just what I do. You dig? You know, the post is pretty much, you know, the world is upside down. The things that we didn't accept back in the day, we now accept. If you fake, you're now real. If you on some sucker shit, it's now cool. I stand 10 toes down on the foundation that was set before me by my OGs and my ancestors. So you niggas who done switched it up, you still a sucker nigga in the old school Bible. I don't give a damn what you say. You a sucker. You want to adapt and become what these new generational, I ain't gonna call them idiots, I'm gonna leave that alone, people have become, that's you. You're a sucker. An old school sucker, not new school sucker, because the new school sucker is cool. You sucker. D-Love in the building. What's going on? I appreciate you for sliding through. I appreciate you. You know I love you. You know I love you. Remember, the link is in the chat if you want to come up here. But we're going to go ahead and get into the topic. I call this video Bitter and Stupid. And I'm expecting some pushback, but at the same time, I don't see how you can. So let's get to the business.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let anybody...
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over...
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, let me. Can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay? Mm-hmm. My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't beat me until
you're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid.
Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I'm only laughing at that last boy. He said, you know what? You were young and stupid, but now you old and stupid. I'm going to drop that link one more time. I see my bro Doc in the mother building. Shout out to my bro, man. My big bro Doc in the building, man. So, I had this video saved in my phone for at least 2 weeks now. You know, I've been really focusing on, pushing my album, working with, Bank Music Group, we've been putting out music, working hard on this next project. So I really haven't been focused on nothing else but that. But now I got time. I got time today. What up, GB? What's going on, man? Appreciate you for sliding through, fam. So what we just heard, and I'm assuming this is a radio station, and the topic seems to be, I really don't know what the topic is, but I can tell you what they were just talking about, and I'm pretty sure you all heard it. And this is something that we see all the time. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but women will blame a man for what he put her through. But just like that man said, you made this decision to date this guy. She was talking about, oh, he beat me for 2 years. What? For 2 years. You sat there and take an ass whipping for 2 years. And then I guess once you finally got fed up, you left. Off rip, you should know you left him for that reason. So he ain't shit. And I'm going to say this right now. Any man who put their hands on a woman, you a sucker. You're a coward. I don't condone it. Let me put this out there right now. You a pussy. But she tolerated that shit for 2 years. And then expected for him to pay child support. Tell me where the fuck that makes sense. Help me out now. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not condoning his actions. Let me put that out there now. But what did she expect from him? He ain't shit. He ain't shit. And I can flip this the other way around. Well, a man could deal with a woman who just talk to him like he ain't shit. Make him like, and he just deal with it because he's so in love. The pussy's so good. He's so much in love with her that he just blind to the fact that she just don't respect you. But he deal with it for so long. And then he go on social media and say, man, fuck women. Women ain't shit. No, nigga. The woman that you was just fucking with wasn't shit, and you dealt with it. So I'm trying to make the playing field even here so y'all don't jump down my throat. I ain't saying y'all. I'm really saying Miss T, because I know she ready to jump on me right now. Oh, okay. Don't go sit in no corner, D. Come on. Y'all, a lot of y'all be in my chat all the time. I wish y'all would come up here and chat with me sometime. You ain't got to show yourself. I want the people to hear your feelings. They can read them all day long. I want them to hear your feelings. You feel me? But Miss T say that's balance. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this thing as balanced as possible. I'm not bashing women. I will never do that because I love y'all. I love y'all beautiful creatures. Y'all are the most precious thing that God put on this green and blue earth. You feel me? You feel me? But at the same time, let's pick out the details. Let's go to the details, like my homie 54 said. We got to go to the details. We all have fallen for the wrong person. We all have picked someone that we fell in love with, and it just wasn't the right person. Some of us continuously do the same thing every time and think it's going to be different. You got to switch shit up. You got to start to understand, like, why am I picking these same no good people? Well, first, let's find out the environment that you finding them in, right? If you go home with a guy from the club and you expecting a long-term relationship, can it happen? Yes, it can happen. The odds ain't very good, but can it happen? Yeah. So when you find this guy or find this girl in the club, you go home, y'all have some good sex because y'all both tipsy and y'all both was feeling each other vibe in the club. Boom. Then later on you find out this motherfucker ain't shit. This is what they do on a daily basis. Now you want to say all men or all women ain't shit. That's not the case at all. I know my brother Dot, if he's still in the building, he gonna come up here and he gonna argue me on this one. I know he is, because he just had a live talking about women, and you can't trust them. But me, I stand 10 toes on how I feel. I don't feel that way about all women. I just don't, and I don't feel all men are that way either. But what I get tired of seeing is people getting blamed for other people's past. What you dealt with is what you dealt with. You chose to deal with that shit. Don't bring that energy into this new relationship with me and thinking I'm the same way as that bum nigga that you used to fuck with. Even if you met me at a club. Nah, I was at the club having me a few drinks. I don't go out very often. I went out and I happened to meet you. But now your past says every man I meet at the club ain't shit. Well, you met me and you still doing the same shit, huh? So now you think I'm the same way. Nah, pimpin', it don't work that way. Tighten up. Let's read some of these comments, man. It's T say, so no matter what you, hold on. So no matter what you leave a man for, you shouldn't expect him to pay child support. Bull. He should be no, hold on. He should be no ninja playing. Hold on. No. That ain't what I'm saying now. I ain't finna let you just dissect what I said and make it into what you think you heard. No, Miss T. I didn't say that at all. What I'm saying is, in this particular situation, she dealt with a man who was beating the shit out of her. That off rip lets you know he don't care about you or his child, because if he did, he wouldn't beat on you. So once you end it with him, you expect him to pay child support? He didn't give a shit about your kid because he was beating on you in the first place. I'm not saying he shouldn't pay child support. I'm telling you, you shouldn't expect it from him. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? Find the line what I said. I bet you can't. You know I'm gonna fuck with you, right? Yeah, I did say that. Women have a pattern, so if she pick, what? Hold on now. Help me out now. You doing just what women do, Miss T. I'm not saying every man she meet in the club gonna beat her ass. Every man she meet in the club is not gonna pay child support. What I'm saying is, in this particular situation, that's what she picked from the club. She dated him, he beat her ass, they got married, beat her ass, and you had more expectations of somebody that was beating your ass. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to expect that. I ain't finna let you just get away with that now. Nah. Nah, I'm not saying that at all. So let me correct myself if anyone else took that in that fashion. Now, what I'm saying is, when you see the signs of a no good nigga, let's say for instance, you didn't even have a kid with him, but he's putting his hands on you. Or he's doing anything that in your eyes is not the type of man that you want to be with, but you continue to be with him and you have a kid with him. Why? You seen the red flags in the beginning, but you continue this relationship and you actually let him impregnate you to have a kid. Now this kid got to deal with this bullshit between him and his mother and his father. Or should they say his mother and his bum? Oh, okay. Man. Let's go to another jam real quick, man. Y'all ain't feeling it. Man. Some of y'all might be, but some of y'all ain't.
This is Arm & Hammer in this.
I hit the club with a big bag, like what a chick said. Too many niggas on the floor, we gotta fix that. I seen more chicks popping up at a kickback. Well, I'ma light this bitch up like a lit black. So sit back, the song for the big bag. I see a bad little breeze, gotta get there. Shit, yeah, I'ma holler, you can sit there. Cause I don't know how many models I'ma get, yeah. Bottle at the bottom, watch the pretty models follow me. Be jerking at the party, after party, they gon' swallow me. I'm sorry, let me stop this, I'm just geeking like a rock. If you ain't speaking on the top, it's hard, baby, I can holler at you. Speaking about a dollar coming out, it's not a problem, cause I'm trying to make it holler. If you want, then you can follow. I can be your baby father for your throat. I load you up until you choke. And tell my driver, let's go, let's go. If you look real good and you keep that shit right there is totally fucking sad. Totally fucking sad. I ain't gonna lie, I almost hit the end button real quick. Went from 17 to 13 just because I played a fucking song. Just because I played a fucking song. 4 people dropped off that quick. What's the problem? Damn that.
This is Arm & Hammer in this.
I hit the club with a big bag, like what a chick said. Too many niggas on the floor, we gotta fix that. I seen more chicks popping up at a kickback. Well, I'ma light this bitch up like a lit black. So sit back, the song for the big bag. I see a bad little breeze, gotta get there. Shit, yeah, I'ma holler, you can sit there. Cause I don't know how many models I'ma get, yeah. Bottle at the bottom, watch the pretty models follow me. Be jerking at the party, after party, they gon' swallow me. I'm sorry, let me stop this, I'm just geeking like a rock. If you ain't speaking on the top, it's hard, baby, I can holler at you. Speaking about a dollar coming out, it's not a problem, cause I'm trying to make it holler. If you want, then you can follow. I can be your baby father for your throat. I load you up until you choke. And tell my driver, let's go, let's go. If you look real good and you keep that body looking right, this is your night. If you got that bag and you spend your money, you can spend it how you like. Have a good time.
20 girls need a hug too. You can be 42, 52. I done seen them look 32. I don't guess that clean. I'll be in between. I'll take a milk and dive in a switch. In this.
Feel good and you keep that body looking right.
Keep it body looking right, baby. Body looking right, baby. It's your night, baby. It's your night.
That bag and you spend your money how you like.
You can spend it how you like, baby. Good time. We gon' have a good time, baby.
Loving how she feeling the vibe. I took one good look, it's going down tonight. She winked her eye, caught her strutting in about 11 o'clock. One time, is you ready or not? She said, I got all night. No red wine, cause I got on white. Yeah, just my type, it's going down tonight. Tonight. She got her high heels on. Loving the way she moves. Loving the way, loving the way, loving the way. Grown folks in the building. And she had a long week at work, she tryna freak and flirt. I can't blame you, do what you do, and I'ma do me, is that cool? Cool, she said, yeah, I'm just tryna have a good time. Come on, one time.
If you look real good and you keep that body looking right.
Keep it body looking right, baby. Body looking right, baby. It's your night, baby. It's your night.
That bag and you spend your money how you like.
You can spend it how you like, baby. Good time. We gon' have a good time, baby.
If you look real good and you keep that body looking right.
Keep it body looking right, baby. Body looking right, baby. It's your night, baby. It's your night.
That bag and you spend your money how you like.
You can spend it how you like, baby. Good time. We gon' have a good time, baby. Have a good time, baby.
Yes, sir. Have a good time. Another classic banger off of Still Bossman. If you haven't went and copied it or went and streamed it, make sure you go do that, man. I promise you. 10 toes, I stand on it. You will not be disappointed. But right now we're talking about, I call this subject bitter and stupid. But, you know, I'm just me. I'm one person. Now, Miss T, you say, is there any happy endings to relationships? This is depressing. I have the same question for you as well, man. And not just you. Anyone in the building. Yes, there are happy endings to relationships. But what we have to realize is we can't judge individual actions and place them in this category because they're a certain gender and say, okay, all genders are like this. Even if you have dealt with that gender several times and had the same outcome, you have to, and this, I'm not speaking of just women, I'm speaking of men too. You have to take a step back and look and say, what is it that I'm doing? Or why do I keep getting these same type of people? A lot of people don't look at self. They always point the fingers at somebody else. But y'all know the saying, when you point the finger at somebody else, you got 3 fingers that's pointing right back at you. And I'm not saying you are the problem, but you have to at least take a step back and look and see. Because if you don't, and at the end of the day, you have been the problem the whole time, how are you going to fix it? You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to put the blame on women or men. Because we all are human beings at the end of the day. And we going to make our own decisions. It don't matter what gender you are. As an individual, you're going to do what the fuck you want to do. It don't matter because you're a woman or a man that you cheated on somebody. You made that decision because of who the fuck you are, not because you're a woman or a man. Let me bring up my goddamn brother, man. Jizzle in the building.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
What's good?
Cooling, man. Cool. I'm up here, doing a little preaching at this time.
I heard you, man. I know when you get in that bag, man. I know when you get that tone. I hear that, man. was on some other shit, and I just popped back on the little lab here and seen you was live. I said, man, let me go and see what bro talking about, man. Peace to the people.
Peace. Well, let me just play this video real quick again, because I know some people who just now getting in, you made it and see the video I played. It's only like a minute or something, so it ain't long. It's a minute and 34 seconds. This is where the conversation came from. Y'all check it out again.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you, because you don't let any
people talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you, and you're talking over.
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Oh, okay, let me. Can I please just say this? I was married once before. Okay. Mm-hmm. My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't beat me until
you're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid.
Talk to the people, Jizzle. What's your thoughts on what you just heard, my brother?
I mean, for one, I think that it's kind of an easy thing to say. You should have chose the person that you had kids with better. And I know that's something that we hear a lot, but you know, that's one of them things. It's easy to say, but it's easier said than done. And for two, maybe it was about 5 minutes ago or something, I don't know, I was listening on my phone, and you was talking about how we tend to always look outward to see what's wrong and point everything outward. But when it comes to our shit, we don't tend to look there and look at our decisions.
Okay. So where you going with this now?
So yeah, I mean excuse me. So yeah, I mean the way to do, and even if that's a real, I don't know if that's a real exchange, but just in general, what they were talking about, it's like, yeah, he can do all that badgering he want to, but I mean he's not perfect himself, I'm sure, and so I really, just off that exchange, that's just kind of, that was my thoughts basically.
Well, I mean, it's a radio station, so I mean, and we know that there's a lot of videos we see on Facebook that be bullshit, but let's just make it reality, because it could be reality. And going off of what, I just want to go off of what Miss T just said. She said, men shouldn't complain when his child's mother takes him through the ringer. You chose her. You absolutely right. I'm not going to argue with you, Miss T, because you're right. You chose this woman. Now, at the same time, and I'm speaking for both sex, I'm not trying to direct my commentary on one. You got to understand that we all have went through a situation or relationship where we fell in love with somebody, but they end up not being that person in the long run. Is that our fault? I would say the first time, no. I would say the second time, maybe. But the third time, fourth time, you have to be like, well, damn, right. Am I not fucking paying attention to the signs? You feel what I'm saying?
And that goes back to what you were saying. Well, what are you doing inwardly? Like, or what are the crowds you're hanging around, type of thing. And I heard that a lot as well when it comes to people saying like that you keep dealing with the same type of woman. Where are you at? Where are you finding these women? You finding all, if you just randomly meeting women within the vicinity of your house, and your house is in a certain area, or you going to the club and these are the women you dealing with, or I would say, expand your visual, what you see on the daily, and maybe you'll run into something different,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Go to the library. Go to the even if you got a washer and dryer at the house, go to the laundromat. I tell you that off rip. Go to the go to the laundromat.
Hey, you said some shit. You said go to the library. You ain't gonna find a lot of motherfucking ignorant motherfuckers in the library. I promise you. Miss T say YJ is the voice of reason, and he is. That's my bro. He comes up and he gonna speak what the fuck he feel, and that's why that's my brother.
But in a lot of the times, it sound cliche, the shit that I be saying. But I don't know. I'm not gonna sensationalize it just to make it. That's just it's really just how I be feeling type shit. But
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't expect for everybody to agree with me. Shit, this is a live. Everybody know your voice, your opinion. It matters here.
I see that in the chat.
Yeah, Dot in the chat. I'm surprised he didn't jump up here yet. Nicky New say, let's be real. People are choosing each other by default of their irresponsibility. It goes both ways. I understand that 100%.
But it's that I agree with her sentence until the word default, or up until the word default. And I to break it down, I'll say, if I read the sentence, I read it as, let's be real, people are choosing each other by default of, circumstance, of environment, of just convenience.
Find the lie.
But I can understand the irresponsibility, because if two people, both of y'all got kids, y'all both in, I don't know. I really, but I can see kind of how to go ahead.
I'm not saying it goes that way every time, but what she's saying makes a lot of sense with some people. Because, like, let's say, for instance, there's a woman who, she got 4 kids, and her kid's father's not in her life, and she find this dude who can't have kids, and he would do anything to have them. He fall in love with her, and now she knows that this guy loves kids, and now he wants to take care of her kids, but she don't know his background. She don't know this man got fucking anger issues. You feel what I'm saying? So now she in a relationship with this guy. He love her kids, but he got an anger problem. Now she done fucked up because she added this man to her life by default of her situation. That's what I picked up from what she just said.
Okay, and I can see that breakdown as well. I can see that as well. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I'm on this damn phone, man.
Yeah, D Love say, what if she met him in church? I mean, there's fucking devils in churches too.
That's not a good one. I will say, but I'm sure plenty people that found love in church. I just think that's you can find something you ain't trying to find in that church as well.
Big facts. Dot say women make themselves single mothers. And of course, D Love, she respectfully disagree.
And I've heard, we both heard Dot say that multiple occasions, and I definitely, I've heard his I've heard his side on that multiple times, and every other time that he says it, I agree.
Is it
You
something
know,
that he said? Is it something that he say that make you agree sometimes, and something he say
well,
make?
I don't know. Maybe it's the example that comes after it, but I say, uh, I because there's certain instances where there's things not out of your control. So that's why it's like a probability type of thing. So for that sentence, I think for me to agree with it 100% of the time, I would have to hear it as uh, women who make bad decisions make themselves single mothers. So it
So
would have to be a couple more words in that sentence added for me to agree with it 100% of the time. But I definitely, I get where he's coming from with the examples that he presents after he says.
so it really depends on the circumstance, situation that. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Because it's different circumstances that will make that ring true. You know.
Right, right, and there are some circumstances that doesn't agree with that statement. So I understand where you're coming from, and that goes with a lot of relationship topics and situations that we discuss. That's
Right.
why that's why I broke down earlier. It was like it's the individual, it's the situation. It can't be placed on gender all the time, and that's what I'm really tired of hearing. Is about gender? No, it's about the individual and the situation. But let me read this comment. Nikki New got in. She said that clip was about child support. My comment was related to most kids being
Oops,
oops. Baby.
babies. Yeah.
That's what I meant by choosing each other by default.
Oh,
Does that
that
change your
yeah,
response?
yeah. That most definitely does. When she says the oops factor, and just to throw this out there, and I'm asking this to you, boss, and I'm asking this actually to the chat as well. What percentage of babies do you think are oops babies that are born in America? Like, just throw a number out there, and that goes for the chat as well. What percentage of babies do y'all think in the chat are oops babies?
It doesn't matter the race, right?
Does Well, let's go with black since. Well, nah, let's not even do that. Let's not even do that. What
I'm
percent?
gonna say 75.
75.
75% are oops babies. That's my
So
opinion.
three out of four you think are oops babies.
Yeah, I just feel that way. We got to think about a lot of people who that Planned Parenthood. Excuse me, Planned Parenthood. It happens in homes who have the financial stability to take care of kids most
Think,
of the time.
think,
Most of the time.
right.
Um,
And
it's
go ahead.
it's hard to believe that someone who know they can't take care of a child purposely together, and when I say together, both parents agree to this. I just don't see that happening. So I have to say 75% because 75% of the world seem like they're poor or can't afford kids. 25% of them feel like they can. I feel like they can. That's where I get that from.
Crucial case say 90%.
That's crazy. What up, Shrinking Sharon? Thank you for sliding.
Miss T, hold on. Miss T say 15%.
Man, I think her numbers is a little bit off.
Or did she mean 51? Maybe hold on. Maybe she meant to put the 5 instead of the 1 first. Maybe she had that reversed. So I'm gonna let her clear that up. But nah, I think I'm along the lines of the 3 out of 4. And the one factor you talked about Planned Parenthood, and that would, I think, come more into play when it comes to the black communities, because as we know, when it comes to the black communities, the Planned Parenthoods are, it's kind of pushed on black women and in our communities, the whole Planned Parenthood thing and that whole agenda that is out there, which I don't think is a conspiracy. So to kind of take that out of the factor, because that kind of makes the whole discussion kind of convoluted, to take that out of the discussion and just make it regular, like that agenda's not going on, I would say it's still around 70, percent. Dookie say 50%, D-Love 60%. Yeah, I do think the number is high though. I just
most definitely. Ms. T, hopefully that was a mistake, because if you think 15% is the number, I need an explanation on why you feel that way. That number, I don't see that number being less than 50%. I really don't. And Shrinking Sharon said 50%. D-Love say 60. D-Love say, well, she's responding to her. Dookie Badass say 50%. Man.
I'm going to mute up real quick. Hold on.
Okay, all right. Now, I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And hopefully y'all keep it 100. Keep it 100. For those in the chat right now, let's keep it a buck, who have kids, and I'm only speaking for those who have kids. Were your kids playing? Let's keep it a buck. Like, okay, if you got 3 kids and one of them was playing, okay, that's the third, right? That's 33%. Right? So if you got 5 kids and all of them was playing, that's 100% was playing. Salute to you. I hope you're married. But I just don't see it. I definitely want to hear.
Hold on, because Miss T, she kind of got a good argument in there, man. The comment that and I ain't even read the whole comment, but how she started it off, I kind of figured where she was going. She said, you know how not to have kids. So if you get pregnant, it was on, oh, well.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Well, let me finish the comment. So let's take this step by step. You know how not to have kids. So do we agree, everybody, Boss included, you know how to not have kids, right?
Yeah, we all know how not to have kids, right?
Yeah, right.
Same way we know how not to catch an STD, right? Okay, let's continue.
Right. Okay. I just want to do it step by step. I like to keep the conversation right there in the bubble. Shit.
Hey, D-Lo say nope, none of mine. Okay, that's honesty. Only one of mine. I got 2 kids. One of mine was playing because we were supposed to get married. It ain't work. But go ahead.
So if you get pregnant, it was on purpose, she said.
That's
because so basically, if you know how to not have kids, then if someone gets pregnant, then it was on purpose. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't. Because we can go to several different situations outside of sex and parenthood that we still make decisions knowing the outcome, but that ain't what we wanted.
Yeah, I was rocking with the first sentence, but I don't know. So I'm the 15
baby is when you raw dog an ugly chick and she get pregnant. That's a oops baby.
What up, Doc?
What's poppin'? We all know sex makes babies, so there's no such thing as an oops baby. An oops baby is you get a motherfucker pregnant, you don't want to have no baby by.
So it ain't no such. You said it ain't no such thing as an oops baby.
No. How can you oops when sex makes babies?
Whoa.
That's like eating a sandwich
and see that's
get full.
And that's what I think the first statement that she said is, you know how to not have kids. That's what I took. What you said is basically what I took from the first sentence of Miss T.
So let me throw the reality into this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things we talked about earlier is where you're meeting these people, and one of them was clubs. You going home late night, drunk up, and you making bad decisions. That's an oops, baby. That's an oops, baby, bro.
All right, so let's get down to this single mother line. This is one of my biggest topics, one of my favorite topics. My bad. Too soon?
You finna respond to what I just said, because I don't want you to run from that, Doc, because I know you.
Say it again.
So one of the things we talked about with women and men finding these women, and they keep finding the same people, is one of them is finding them in clubs. So now we move into the oops, baby. You done met this chick at the club, just like you said earlier, ugly chick. I don't know what made you do it, but you normally wouldn't do that if you were sober. But you did it. No rubber. You got her pregnant. That's not an oops, baby.
No such thing as oops, baby.
Come on, Doc. Go ahead, bro.
I ain't never had an oops baby. I had a couple baby mamas that they was ugly, so I was like, I hope it ain't mine. Let's take a blood test. And guess what? It wasn't mine. Like, so I got lucky. I didn't have any children by any women I didn't want to have, but I did have a few blood tests I had to take to prove that those ugly women children wasn't mine.
So the ones that was, when you was in that thing, you was like,
cool.
Yeah. So that's okay. So I get where you coming from there, because you said the ones that you did. It was like, well, if she do, then I'm cool, because hey, this gonna be my baby mama whatnot, or this gonna be.
No, I was trying to get them bitches. I ain't gonna say bitches. I was trying to get them pregnant. So I'm not gonna even front with you.
Okay.
Hold on, Doc, man. I'm calling bullshit, bro. So you ain't have not one night where you slept with the wrong chick, and let's say, for instance, you didn't use protection, whatever, and she come to you and say she was pregnant. Now, just because the
baby like saying, oops, I got AIDS.
Hold on, just because the baby wasn't yours, that you got away scot-free. What if it was yours? That's a fucking oops, baby, right?
Nope.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, it was. I can't lie, bro, because I raw dogged them and I bust for the gods.
But you was drunk.
No, I wasn't drunk.
That's what I'm speaking on right now. Like those nights where you came from the club, you was fucked up, and you took the wrong chick home. That's all.
I didn't oops and ate the wrong pussy before drunk. Real talk.
How the fuck you do that?
You got drunk and ate the wrong pussy? Cause I don't eat all girls' pussies. You got drunk and ate an ugly bitch pussy. That's fucked up.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Nah, and that's an oops, baby. If I forget that I even had sex with you and I raw dog you, that's an oops, baby.
So you black out or something like that, where it's just, and at that point you need, it's some AA or something that need to go on, because they're blacking out. Wow.
So you need some AA.
But see, that audio, that dude was speaking some facts, though. You know what I'm saying? That women don't want to talk about, because see, y'all left off a lot of angles that I didn't like to be left off. Because he was talking about how these women choose these broke ass deadbeats and all this and that. Woo, woo, woo. Well, see, I don't really look at it from that angle. I look at it from an angle of, does a man really leave his family? Does a man really leave his baby mama? Does a man really leave pussy like that? No, we don't. Women are the ones that's doing all the breaking up. Women are the ones that force you into getting married, but be the same ones that force you out of the marriage. It's a racket going on. It's a bunch of bullshit. It ain't no fucking deadbeat daddy thing. It's deadbeat moms. These dusty motherfuckers get a check, stamps, and all these different systems to help them with a fail safe, so they don't look like they deadbeats. But those are the deadbeats right there. All those single mothers, broke as a motherfucker. Like I said on Father's Day, single mothers' daughters wear dirty shoes.
Damn, you harsh. You harsh.
Well, continue to sit. Hold on, because I think when we make short sentences and statements, I think it sounds harsh. But so dwindle it down, like
I say, single mothers wear dirty. Think about it. I have multiple baby mamas, right?
Hold on. So single mothers wear children wear dirty shoes. If the sense is, I just feel like, because I'm telling, like I said earlier, I agree. Like when you said women make themselves single mothers,
Yes.
I feel like that sentence is not complete. That's why I said I agree with you every other time I hear you speak about it, because I feel like in that case and in this case that we're just talking about now with the single mothers where children wear dirty shoes, if I feel like the sentence is longer than it's you just say single mother wear dirty shoes
Well,
and that's it.
I'll elaborate. Single mothers' children eat ramen noodles. That's another one.
If
Okay,
what?
so the reason I say single mothers' daughters wear dirty shoes is because when fathers are around our children, we're not gonna let our son or our daughters go outside in no dirty shoes. First of all, we're going to be buying them shoes, right? They're physically buying them shoes. Now, if you separate us and dog us out and make us enemies, we're going to pay the child support, and you ain't going to buy them kids no clean shoes, and you ain't going to keep the shoes clean.
God damn. Hold on. Let me read this comment real quick. I want to definitely keep the chat involved. Miss C said, when I used to party, I went home because I've been drinking and knew what could happen if I was serious. If he was serious, he would call.
Abused girlfriends wear dirty shoes too. They do. They get financially abused, physically and mentally abused. They be walking around filthy, dirty shoes. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's an if in there. After the shoes, it's an if. Single mothers' children wear dirty shoes if they own dope. Or single mother, and that's just the.
He could be a single mother that's a school teacher, and her daughter's probably gonna still got some dirty shoes.
Oh man,
I'm telling you, bro. Like the way they got this world fixed up is you damn near need two incomes to handle your business, right? So and to raise kids, you need two parents, and women want to ignore those numbers, but those numbers ain't false. It's a 68% chance that your child is going to go to prison if he was raised by a single mother.
D-Love say, what? Please say you're generalizing.
I'm telling you it's a lie. From our generation, my mama generation, it's a lie. Let me tell you something. How can you be a single mother, but your baby daddy still want to be with you and the kids? Because you made yourself a single mother.
Well, I mean, so if he's abusive, then she should just stay with him just for the fact that he's the daddy.
They always talking about somebody being abusive.
Well, that's just one. You just brought up the abusive thing, so that's what that popped in my mind. But there's other situations.
Anytime we talk about a family unit, we always talk about the man as whooping ass. That's not what's going on. Men ain't just whooping ass, and the women that's getting whooped is actually they're not innocent.
God damn.
They're not innocent.
Damn. Go ahead, just.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't, that kind of cleared that up what he had to say.
It's just like the man said. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You know why? I don't give a fuck. Women can get mad all they want to. I don't give a fuck. If a man whooped your ass for 2 years, how?
I agree with that. I definitely agree with you on that, Doc. Like, why are you staying there for 2 years? And that goes back to what I was saying on your live the other day. Like, women will come up with excuse on why it's happening. Like, I accidentally headbutted his fist or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a woman that's in love with a no good nigga and she don't know how to leave. She don't know how to leave, or she just don't want to.
Well, this statement gonna make people hate me. Women like playing victim. They give them a reason. They love a reason to play victim.
Who want to get their ass whipped, bro?
They don't give a fuck. The worse of the situation, the more the drama, the more he's this, he's that, and I'm a survivor. I'm strong. Fuck that shit. How you survive getting your ass whooped for 2 years? After he whooped you one time, you could have called the law and be done with it.
I guess I just have more of a. I guess I give because from what I'm taking from it, what I'm saying is looked at as I'm giving them an out, but in the way my mind works, like I know there's women who grew up seeing their mama get beat. and seeing them, you know, and being in these when they're young, because a lot of trauma and shit happens to a lot of women when they're young, and men as well. So I don't want to just put it all on the women having this out. But what I will say is I do know that there's a lot of trauma that can go on in that, and mentally it can fuck up somebody being molested. And the percentage of black women who have been molested, you know, before the age of 15 by a family member, like the numbers is crazy. So I don't want to just say the statement like that, and for the woman who has been abused by a man to hear that and then not hear the other side of the story, because I feel like for every story there's another side of the coin.
So I get what you're saying. You and I've seen these women that the kind of women that are submissive, and they man just be beating them because they're insecure. But I'm talking about that's not a usual case. The usual case with the violent man whooping the woman plays a part in it, running her motherfucking mouth. These women will say shit to a non-violent man that will make you want to crack them upside the head with a stick. Let's just keep it real. They disrespectful, but that's the thing about I can't condone it on either side. So I can't condone a man beating a woman for being disrespectful, because the moment a woman gets disrespectful, you need to leave her alone. And I can't side with a woman that's being abused, because as soon as a man abuses you, you need to get the fuck out. Great. So it goes on both sides.
I agree with that.
I just want to respond to this comment that Miss T put up here. She said, "Your kids are a reflection of yourself. We dare not let our kids walk around raggedy. The whole family would beat you down." Now, Miss T, I will say this: my mom never let us walk around that way. You know what I'm saying? But as the generations change, we see this shit happens every day. Don't pretend that you don't see it. Now, I'm not saying you as a mother would allow that to happen, but we see that shit happens every day. A woman come stepping out in the grocery store, she decked out, hair done, nails done, but the kids got on cat heads and dirty fucking tennis shoes. Don't act like that shit don't happen, because it does. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm not speaking, and I hate to have to bring this up, I'm not speaking of all women, but it does happen. 9 times out of 10, going back, I think YJ Dot said, a man ain't finna let a good father, put it that way, is not finna let his son do that or his daughter do that. Nah, like you said, it's a reflection of us.
Now let's get deep, because fuck y'all women. Okay, I'm just gonna say that around. I know damn well that y'all are black, the people that's in here, and I know you on your Facebook, and I know you seen bitches posting stepdaddy season right now. So let's get to it. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this: I've been on both sides of the fucking fence. I've been on the side of the fence where a baby mama is trying to keep my child away from me and trying to keep their stepdaddy in their life. Let's fucking talk about it. How many times have you been in a situation where a woman is got kids and you're dating her, and she's receptive to you being around her children, but at that same time she's keeping that real baby daddy away from them fucking kids?
Now let's go back to a comment that was said earlier about what you just said. I can't remember who it was, so if you said it, you can say amen. She said that's your fault, just the same way it is that a woman chooses a man that beats her ass. She said if you choose a woman that keeps your kids away from, that's your fucking fault for choosing that type of woman. What's your response to that, Doc?
You don't know the kid's gonna keep the kids away until she do it. I've been with females for 8-9 years straight as a family, and then up and bam, they move out of town and do all that goofy shit. So you don't know when because you act like, that's why I told you I don't trust women. I don't give a fuck what they say. I've had a woman I was with for 9 years, and I trusted her with everything. I never would have thought she would take my kids away and all this and that, like my other baby mamas did. But hey, I'm telling you, and then they go around and play victim and lie on you too. They go around and play victim, act like you don't want to fuck with the kids. I got receipts, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a game, bro. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck what people say. It's a game. So like I said, you got a better chance of raising somebody else's children than your own.
That hurts. That hurts.
It sounds like the hero, like someone say the hero complex, or the hero. I don't know what word to say, but You know what I mean? Like she want the hero to come in and save the day type shit. I get what you're saying.
So Nikki New say this. I'm put this question on you, Jizzle. She said, if you have a child with someone you had very little relationship history with, there's almost no chance y'all will stay together. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, for the majority, yeah, I think I would say that because there's nothing. Yeah, the foundation. The foundation wasn't there, but there's those cases where 30 years, you be with a chick for 30 years and y'all just met and had a baby and got married. So with that out the way, I say yeah, for the most part, that's probably right.
I feel like until we deal with economic deprivation and poverty, generational poverty, we're never going to have good relationships and marriages. As long as we live in the slaves, because every time we get together, acrimony is going to set in. Where we're going to blame each other for our existence.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead, boss.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Because you know what, when you agreed with that statement, that it brought me back to the whole statement when Boss was talking about how the oops babies, how it's probably the percentage of oops babies is probably less with people who are financially off well, and that kind of went tied in directly to what you just said, that when you said until we deal with economic deprivation in the Black community, then these things, the shit is gonna continue until we, start to look at things different and move different economically. I think this shit will continue to go on.
Because think about it, what do they say? Black women are more educated than black men, more employed than black men, and then on the top of that, so women are getting more jobs, more education, and also even the women that are broke bum bitches is still getting Section 8 stamps and everything. So they're still leveled out. The only one out in the cold is the black man struggling with the system set up for him to fail.
And
then women ain't having our back. They saying, hey, man, the government is my child daddy. The government makes sure I'm okay. And the government told me your clothes and shoes can't be in here when inspection time. So, they look at us like they set it up like this for women to look down on us like we ain't worth shit. And you can't blame them.
The crazy part is that
we can't provide either.
And let me shout out Linus in the building. Peace and blessings, big sis. Thank you for sliding through. But I just want to read this comment. D-Love said, feel powerful financially. Some people haven't found their way. Mental abuse is powerful. Now, Doc, go say what you just said again, Doc. You just said some shit that reminded me of what she just said.
Which part?
The last part you were saying about the women who actually look down on brothers who, I guess because of the government, is now the kids' father.
If you look back if you go back and look in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, 85% of children were being raised in a two-parent household. And you could walk through the neighborhood and not worrying about your grandmama being shot by some random thug and shit. When they implicated the welfare system, they took the father out of the equation. They took the power away from the father. And think about it, women can actually choose deadbeats, because even if she chooses a deadbeat, the government gonna be his dad, be the child daddy. So it really takes account. Like, think about it, there was no government assistance and Section 8 and food stamps for these women. They would automatically make better choices than baby daddies. But in actuality, they could actually come out like a fat rat choosing bad baby daddies.
So if you going back to the other statement you said, women think they're more educated or smarter than us. I think that's what you stated.
Well, yeah, but that was the system trying to make us irrelevant. If you want to take down the body, you got to cut off the head, and we were the head. So they take us out of the equation and allow women to run the household, run the economics. Women are frivolous, and they're just naturally like that. They just spend money. They think about now. They don't think about tomorrow. So yeah, they give them a fail safe, and then they can look at, what do they need men for? We can't protect them. We don't own any businesses. We don't have anything actually. We get jobs, and we think about. I just seen a video of a woman who dumped her man just because he lost his job. She don't even want to give him a chance to get another job. She don't want to hold it down until he finds another job, even though she wasn't even working.
And that's because of what?
You said that's because of what?
And why is she that way?
The system. They set it up like that, bro. Like
how? Like if they're smarter than us and we can see this, why can't they?
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. It was this girl, I don't want to say her name. She was pretty as hell, but she was dumb as a box of rocks. And she used to copy off of my homework. But she could barely read or do division, but she had straight A's. And I asked a bunch of men, I'm saying, did you know a dumbass girl in school that had straight A's but was stupid than a motherfucker? Yeah, there's a lot of them. They elevate them to devalue. They put more value in the black woman to devalue us.
Nikki News say, I do see women who look nice and their kids are a mess. It's obvious the money goes to their hair, lashes, and nails.
And see that
why they eating steak.
And with that child support, I feel like how you go to the store and like say somebody got an EBT card. You can't go in the store with an EBT card and buy cigarettes. Like I feel like that's how child support, like it should be certain items that you can only buy. That shit is wild that you could just get child support and go put that money on some lashes or some shit. That shit is wild.
Well, you know, you should be careful what you wish for because they're coming out with what you're talking about now. It's called Fed Now. Where like I was telling y'all before it even came out with the system, I predicted it. The system with the Fed Now is going to have money currency for different things. You're going to have gas currency, where that only currency can only spent on gas. You're going to have rent currency, where that currency can only be spent on rent.
You're talking about
that. John Q was talking about that. Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about like something where we're earning that. We earn such and such. That's only good for such and such.
Yes. So like you're gonna earn a check.
See, I'm thinking they should implement that just not by how we earn it. Like on my check, I shouldn't see gas, rent. You get this for gas, this for rent. Like if I see that shit on my check, that's crazy. I'm But as far as a child support, there should be some limit. You can't go, like I said, you can't go with an EBT card and buy some bundles. Like that shouldn't even be able. Give her a card, and this is child support, and this card is for this child.
Well, see that. Let's just keep it real. If the woman got the child the whole time, let's think about it. If the woman got the child, because I seen men getting mad, and I got mad, but I don't get mad anymore because I understand a little better. I seen a woman go to an ATM card and swipe her child support card to go get her hair done, right? But then men get in an uproar. She's spending my child support money on her hair. But before she got the child support, she was spending her own money on other things for the children. So like, I can't really agree with that all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because where's she spending the rest of her money? Is it just the child support money? And most of the time, the child support money ain't enough to support her and the child. So what about the rest of the money she's spending?
Yeah, and then it's gas and all that. You know, gas. She taking the kid to school and whatnot. So I understand that.
I'm saying I could years ago understanding of, you know, it's like we kind of being bullies. We want to kind of like make sure this woman spends our money directly on
right.
But then what about the other money that she gets? She spends that on the child.
Right. I don't know. I'm just looking on it. You know, I ain't got no kids, so I'll just be talking. But I don't know.
I know, but I agree with you because I remember I said I made the same video you just said before. But when you get a little more understanding, your views change. They don't say the same.
Right.
Absolutely. D-Lo say, why does an adult need a court system to force them to take care of their own flesh and blood? People do what they want to do.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, man. I got nigga, I wake up hella early on this plantation with this slavery. I jump down, man, get some food in my belly and shit. But I'm gonna holler at y'all boys, man. I'm gonna be listening, man.
All right, appreciate you signing through, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a couple more things about the shit. I know motherfuckers don't be liking the way I say what I say, but it's the truth, bro. I mean, the court system. I'm gonna do some more research on it before I talk about it, but I've seen some people talking about the child support system, and they saying that really the father, the children, or the mother don't benefit from the child support system. The government really actually did. They basically force us fathers to pay that. They actually benefit from it. We don't. A lot of those women don't even see that money, especially when they're in the system. They go right to them.
That's true. Now that's true. That's so true.
And then think about it. Not only that, they charge us to pay child support. Every time we make a payment, they charge us. So they make money off.
They making money. It's almost like cash out.
Yeah, they're making money.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that's one thing me and my homeboy talked about years ago. You know what I'm saying? When you get the government involved in it, now they finna make their little funds off of this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. If we have to force this nigga to pay you, and we have to go do this, we got to do this, you gonna fucking pay us for doing it. So it's a fee for that shit, bro.
And I want to say this as a disclaimer, because we have to understand, even when we talk about gender wars, we talk about men and women and discrepancies about how we treat each other, we all have to remember that we have all experienced the same programming. So everything that's going on is like robots being programmed to do a certain task and not other tasks. And we've all been programmed. Elementary school all the way up, television, social media, we've been programmed. And to think about it, like right now, things that we would have thought of as taboo back in the day, we totally accept today. It got so goddamn ridiculous now. We're running around calling men women because they want to be called women. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, everything that happens is for a reason. If it's happening, it was meant to happen.
That's something I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
See, they want us to believe that everything happens by coincidence. None of this is by coincidence. Redlining, gentrification.
So nothing that's going on is coincidence.
Nothing. Even the weather. They're even making the weather. They're making the clouds. So everything. Nothing is. COVID isn't real. It's a lie. You can't contract AIDS by having sex. That's another lie. It's so much shit, bro. And it's crazy because white people do dirty shit. I'm gonna tell you. I gotta say this, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. And when I say this, I mean fuck America. I want y'all to understand. I'm saying fuck America. America is the weirdest place in the world where white men can be serial killers, but we ain't scared of white men. It's crazy, right? Cops be killing black people like a motherfucker, but we ain't supposed to be afraid of cops. Okay, white men do fucked up ass crimes. I mean, fucked up ass crimes, and they make them superstars. They make TV shows and movies about them. Okay, they kill millions of people. Nobody goes to jail, but then they come and do a tell-all movie 20 years later. Think about the Tuskegee experiments, Mama Flores family. They sit up there and injected these black men with syphilis, testing, telling them that they was trying to cure them, but was actually giving them the disease to see how long it would take them to die. And everybody knows this happened, but nobody went to jail, but they came out and made a movie about it. So what white people do, and it's weird because if you go in there and watch all these forensic files and all these different shows, there's a bunch of white people out here. I watched the story last night. How many did that white motherfucker kill? 49 women. 49 women. They had caught the white man when he had 20. He had killed 20 women. They caught him, right? Some woman got away and snitched on him. They had him locked up and they let him go. And I was like, y'all all racism killed a lot of y'all people because y'all would have never let a black man go. If a white woman accused him of trying to rape her and choke her and kill her, and she got away, and he was a witness, you would never let him go, but y'all let this nigga go and he killed 30 more people.
Yeah, I get where you coming from, bro.
And then y'all didn't shoot him. Y'all making movies about him. He's doing interviews.
Well, okay. I guess we always gonna be a fucking puppet to the government, bro. You know,
they create this. Okay, think about it. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna leave it alone. Boss, who is more than likely to shoot the cops? A gangster ass gangbanger or a white guy?
A white guy.
Right. So why do they act like they fear black people to the point where they got to shoot them if they got a wave brush in their hand? But they won't shoot a white man that's pointing the gun at them.
My response will always be racism, bro.
And I don't have a problem with racism anymore. And I want to say this. I was saying this shit years ago, but once I heard David Banner repeat it, now I got the courage to repeat it again. Black folks need to be the ones to be racist. We are the ones that are experiencing the bad end of racism. Why are we the most least racist people on the planet? I don't have a problem with white people, Chinese people being racist. I have a problem with black people not being racist.
We don't have power. That's why.
I have a problem with black people not being racist. Black people need to be racist. We need to be racist with our money. We need to be racist with every fucking thing. We need to be the same way they is. It's period. We want them to love us though.
Let me ask you this: is it being racist responding to people who treat you like shit?
I'm saying is that fuck. Okay, when I see these black people going to restaurant, they kick me out. They racist. Fuck they restaurant. Why would you even want to eat there? Like
what I'm saying is, to me, the racist motherfuckers, they don't like you for no apparent reason, or it's a reason that doesn't make sense, like your color. But when you say black people deserve or should start being racist, that's in response of how another set of people are treating you. Is that really racist?
Okay, is it really racism what they're doing, or is it self-love?
That ain't no fuck. It's racism because they hating us for no fucking reason, bro. That's to me. I don't give a fuck what the definition say. But if you want to say, a lot of people say, is black people racist? No, because we don't have power. But if we have the right to hate another colored people, it's in response on what and how they treat us. That's not racism.
That trauma has been passed down in our DNA from our ancestors. Let's talk about it real quick. Do you realize that when in slavery, they made us adjust to slavery, they made us accept slavery, and we still had to walk around with a smile on our face. So we've been taught to endure racism and with a smile on our face.
Say it again. Say it again, bro.
We've been raised and bred to endure racism with a smile on our face. And we
because we didn't have power, bro. That's why.
Well, we're prisoners of war. We're captive. We're captive. We're captive.
Just imagine. Let's just reverse everything. Let's do a goddamn what was Usher? Let's switch trade places. If we were the people who control the world like the white people do, how would you think the world would be right now, bro?
Well, we used to control the world. That's the thing that they left out.
But we don't. So what would you think it would be like today if we controlled the world throughout history till today?
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe if we had the exact same power that white people had, we would use it to our advantage too. We already use the little nigga power that we got now. You know, you got a goddamn friend that work at Wendy's that'll give you a free combo.
Hold on. So what I'm saying is, would you think we would treat other races the way we are being treated?
To a certain degree, yes. I believe that if we ran the world, a black person would get a better shot in the courtroom. That's why they fear it. That's why they don't want us to happen.
We would, but what I'm saying is the way we are treated, because we are not the most. We know we are dominant, but we don't have power like white people do. But if we had the power from day one, you think we would treat other people like we've been treated? Fuck no, bruh. We are spiritual people, man. You better go listen to Goody Mob, bruh.
Okay, here we go. See, and that's the problem, I believe. Did you ever watch the movie The Birth of a Nation?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm gonna take the movie with Birth of a Nation is the story of what? Nat Turner, right?
Right.
All right. Nat Turner basically used the Bible to encourage slaves to become slaves. It'll be a slave to say, I don't want to, they done poked his eye out and chopped his leg off. I don't want to be a slave no more. He would go and read them certain Bible scriptures that made them get back in line and basically say that God ordained it like this. He would use Ephesians 6:5. Obey thy earthly masters as you would thy God in heaven. Shit like that. That's another verse. I can't think of the fucking verse right now, but the verse went as if your owner smites you, if your owner hits you and you die, if you die after 48 hours, he's not responsible for your death. But if you die before 48 hours, then he should be convicted or whatever, shit like that. It was shit in the Bible that condones slavery. You can actually Google scriptures in the Bible that condone slavery. So Christianity was a conditioning tool for us to accept slavery. Go look it up right now. Go grab your Googles and go Google slave verses in the Bible. It's gonna blow your mind.
That hurts. That hurts. But I'm definitely gonna do it since you brought that to my attention, because this ain't the first time I heard that. it's just hard. It's just hard to believe that God or the Almighty or the Most High would separate His people in that matter. That shit right there is crazy, bro.
Well, religion separates us more than anything.
Nah, but man created religion, bro. We always got to remember that, bro.
What I'm saying is, religion separates us more than race.
But men created religion. That wasn't created by God, bro.
I know. I mean, you can go deeper than that. If you go look it up, none of the disciples ever met each other. They were all born in different generations. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think that the disciples was walking around gang with Jesus. It's not true.
So the picture that we all see, which
that's the picture of the Last Supper. That was some people. That was this dude. You can go look this up. It was a dude from jail. The guy that played Jesus was the dude from jail. The rest of the motherfuckers.
The guy that
played Jesus was a goddamn criminal. Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, go look that shit up. See, that's the thing about it. When you have these debates, I love information. I sit around and research all that's my entertainment. I like doing that more than watching porn. Okay, so like seriously, no, for real. So it's like it's crazy. People would actually go study this shit and it'll blow your mind. Because if you even go do the history of the Bible, and the Bible, the definition of the word Bible, it's not an acronym. All that bullshit. Before I leave Earth, that's not what it is. Bible is called the collection of books, and it's called Bible because they used to get the paper to make the Bible from a city in Greece called Byblos. Okay, so that's why the Bible is even called that. But the Bible is a collection of books. All of these, if you go look this up, they copy this religion from religions predating Christianity by thousands of years. In some instances, all they did was change the name.
Y'all hear this? We definitely gonna have to do it.
And if y'all want to research that, y'all can go watch the movie called The Zeitgeist. That'll show you. That'll teach you all about that.
I remember you told me about that a long time ago. I started watching that shit and had to cut it off, bro.
I bet you did. You know what? It's called cognitive dissonance.
I cut that shit off.
Go. You turned it off, but go look up the word. Look up the definition of cognitive dissonance. You turned it off because of that. Because if anytime some information challenges everything that you've known to the point where it makes you really want to think about challenging what you've been taught, the cognitive dissonance kicks in and you totally ignore it, and then you actually reinforce your own beliefs with the bullshit you've been taught. Oh yeah. Well, I love talking to you, boss. You brought my real talk back, so I got to give a salute to you, man, because I'm about to be bringing it a hard body again, man. I'm
gonna be there too, because I love it when you do it. You know, them the ones I'm gonna tune in, because the rest of them I don't know what the hell be going on.
I understand it. I ain't even tripping on that, man. But you inspire me, bro. You inspire me. I'm not even lying to you, bro. Every time you do these shows, it's my favorite shows. If I catch it, I'm clicking in, and you always catch me when I'm about to take a bath. Every time, nigga. I'm ready to watch my ass boss live. Now I gotta hurry up and take a bird bath so I can jump out and not miss the conversation. So my asshole might not be clean all the way, but I'm here for the show.
But I definitely appreciate you for coming in, man. Because you always welcome here, bro. Because you gonna always bring up the truth in your eyes, whether we agree or not. I appreciate your goddamn.
Okay, we were talking. I want to say it to the person right there before I go. This person said, "What about think about the Book of Enoch?" I haven't read the Book of Enoch. Where can I get the Book of Enoch? I thought they did. From what I heard, they tried to it's a couple of books in the Bible they've been hiding from us. They don't want us to know what's in them.
I'll send it to you. I got it.
You got it? Okay, hell yeah.
I'll send that motherfucker to you, bro. I can't remember who sent it to me. It was a few years ago, but I got it. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing more shows about that too, religion and all that shit. That shit is, man, it's deep, bro.
Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to I don't know which page.
All right, and one more thing, y'all go Google TD Jake's faints when he was blessed by Tyler Perry. Go check that video out. That'll give you another perspective on some shit. Tyler Perry gave TD Jakes $1 million and touched him on the forehead, and he passed out. He said Tyler Illinois was anointed, nigga. I was like, God, and I used to think TD Jakes was the shit. All right, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
Shout out to the chat, man. I'm out.
One love, bro. Yeah, my brother Dot, man. Dropping jewels, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's another great live. I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent, at least once a week. I'm going to try. Shout out to everybody that stayed through the door. Nikki New. What up, Sweet Pea Baby? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. As always, Nikki New. Everybody, man, who in the building, man. I'm just trying to scroll up, make sure I ain't miss nobody. Shrinking Sharon, Hugh. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be back soon. But we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. New joint. Well, not a new joint, but it is a new joint to y'all. I'm just going to play this, and we're going to get up out of here off of Arm & Hammer. Me and Crucial dropped this song back in 2000, I believe 16. It's called In Love with a Nigga. Y'all be easy, man. I love y'all. Be safe. Keep your eyes on goddamn on a swivel. Or should I say, put your head on a swivel. I'm a little tipsy right now. I'm gone. God fam.
Is for you, all these things for you. The things that niggas want you. Now you're out here with these lames, niggas playing games. All they doing is ignoring you.
But see, he tells me that he loves me. He kisses and he hugs me. So what you think I'm gon' do? I can never understand, baby, cheating on my man, even with problems that we go through. I'm just in love with a nigga.
I gave you time, love, life, and a miracle. Kept you in my prayers. See, this love, it was spiritual. But on the other hand, you looking for another man. The good guy loses. It's something I don't understand. I guess you happy now. Nah, it's just a front, but this is what you asked for. Now, this ain't what you want. Late night, all alone. Got you crying on my phone, telling me how much you miss me. But I done moved on. A common situation. You live and you learn. Boo, I tried to make you understand, but I couldn't get through to you. It's a shame what you're going through, but that ain't my concern. Though my life is much better, cause I'm getting what I yearn for.
All I wanna do is for you. All these things for you. The things that niggas want you. Now you're out here with these lames, niggas playing games. All they doing is ignoring you.
But see, he tells me that he loves me. He kisses and he hugs me. So what you think I'm gon' do? I can never understand, baby, cheating on my man, even with problems that we go through. I'm just in love.
Had I fucked up so many times, I probably should have been gone. But I made her laugh and I made her cry, giving her that long. Didn't mean to hurt her, no way. I was jumping hoes like her. Then I got geeked up and I fell for this Laura, Stephen Q. My fault, I loved her. Am I perfect? Not hardly. She packed the bags and moved on. You would think she wrote a heart. I tried so hard that I should have been cop strong, but the love disintegrated. It was there, then gone. Do I blame her? Oh no, I was stuck in old ways. Until them old ways got old and turned hairs gray. I miss her, I love her, my heart is stone cold. If I only had one wish, would shout it long gone.
All I wanna do is for you. All these things for you. The things that niggas want